There's a ton of car advice out there. They can drain your wallet or even wreck your car. The worst part, people still believe them.
I hope you're focused and on your square.
Myth number 1, using thicker oil for a high-mileage engine. Older engines with simpler designs could handle heavier oil, but today's engines are different. They rely on specific oil viscosity systems like variable valve timing can fail if the oil is too thick. This leads to poor performance and expensive repairs. Modern engines also have smaller oil passages. Thicker oil struggles to flow through these, especially during cold starts. Without proper lubrication, engine wear increases and key parts like the valve train can fail too soon. While some engine parts wear over time, many still need the exact lubrication recommended by the manufacturer. If your engine is burning oil but not leaking it, don't reach for thicker oil just yet. Instead, try high-mileage synthetic oil. These are slightly thicker and have additives to reduce oil burn-off. Myth number 2, women are worse drivers than men. We hear it all the time. I won't say a word. You be the judge. Myth number 3, some people think you don't need antifreeze if you live in a hot climate. That's just not true. Antifreeze does more than stop your engine from freezing. It protects it in ways water never can. It contains special inhibitors that prevent corrosion and limescale buildup inside your engine. Without antifreeze, water can eat away at aluminum parts, causing them to pit and rot from the inside. Even distilled water, which avoids limescale, still causes corrosion over time. It's no better than tap water when it comes to protecting your engine. If you think running just water will save you money, think again. It might work for a while, but soon, your cooling system will rust and fail. And fixing that, it's way more expensive than the cost of antifreeze. Myth number 4, changing oil every 3,000 miles. The 3,000-mile oil change rule is outdated. It was common in the 1940s through the 1980s when motor oils were less advanced and engines weren't as efficient. But modern engines and synthetic oils don't need such frequent changes. Back then, oils were petroleum-based with fewer additives. Engines weren't as well sealed, and contaminants built up quickly. Changing oil every 3,000 miles made sense to prevent sludge and wear, but technology has come a long way. Today's synthetic oils are far more advanced. They last longer, resist breakdown, and provide better protection against heat and contamination. Engines also run cleaner, thanks to improved materials, better seal, and more efficient oil filters. Then how often should you change your oil? Check your owner's manual. Most cars today recommend 5,000 to 7,500 miles, with some going 10,000 miles or more on full synthetic oil. Myth number 5, changing transmission fluid spoils the transmission. Like any other car fluid, breaks down over time and requires regular maintenance. Skipping this step could cost you up to $4,000 for a transmission rebuild or replacement. The fluid operates at temperatures between 75 and 90 degrees Celsius. The hotter it gets, the faster it degrades. For every 10 degrees above 70 degrees Celsius, the fluid oxidizes at double the rate. As it breaks down, it turns into varnish and acid. These substances coat clutch surfaces and sensors, leading to serious damage over time. One of the first signs of trouble is the fluid's color. It should always be reddish. If it turns dark or black, it's already overdue for a change. Your driving habits play a big role here. If you drive short distances or on flat roads without heavy loads, you might get 70,000 miles before needing a change. But if you drive in heavy traffic, tow loads, or go through mountains, plan to change it every 40,000 to 50,000 miles. Myth number 6, the myth that using a cell phone while refueling can cause an explosion. In the past, people believed cell phones could ignite fuel vapors. However, extensive testing has shown that this is not the case. Even Mythbusters tested it, and no explosion occurred. The fear originates from concerns that a cell phone's radio signal can cause a spark in loose wiring, but this theory is simply not realistic. If fuel vapors were that sensitive, any vehicle engine or radio emissions would have ignited them long before the driver used their phone. In fact, fueling station fires are more often caused by static electricity. When a driver removes the fuel nozzle, static discharge can ignite the fuel vapors. This is well documented and has been captured on video. The simple solution to prevent static sparks is for the driver to touch a metal part of the car before touching the nozzle. Myth number 7, inflating tires to the pressure molded on the sidewall. The PSI on the sidewall tells you the maximum pressure the tire can safely handle. It's not the ideal pressure for your vehicle. Overinflating your tires can make the ride rougher, wear the tires unevenly, and reduce traction. On the other hand, underinflating them can lower fuel efficiency, make handling harder, and increase the risk of a blowout. Neither option is good for your safety or the life of your tires. The correct tire pressure is usually found in your owner's manual or on a sticker inside the driver's side door jamb. This number is carefully chosen by the manufacturer. It balances handling, braking, fuel economy, ride comfort, and tire life. For most drivers, it's the best choice. Myth number 8, running the AC uses more gas. Modern air conditioners are surprisingly efficient and their impact on fuel consumption is minimal. Rolling down your windows might seem like a better option, but at highway speeds, it's not. Open windows create aerodynamic drag. This means the engine works harder and burns more fuel. While this effect is barely noticeable in city traffic, it becomes significant on highways. In fact, using the AC at higher speeds might actually save gas compared to driving with the windows down. Driving without AC on a hot day with windows closed is just miserable. Your car turns into a sauna, and the experience is anything but pleasant. Myth number 9, putting soap on a belt that is squealing. A squealing belt usually means it's slipping due to moisture, engine fluids, or loose tension. Soap won't fix it and can make things worse. Check the belt tension. If it's loose, tighten it. Some systems have an adjustable pulley or alternator mount, while spring-loaded tensioners may need a full replacement. If the belt is tight but still squeals, it's likely worn out. A slipping belt can overheat and lose grip. In a pinch, a few drops of brake fluid or belt dressing can help, but these are temporary fixes. It's best to address the root cause. Myth number 10, auto parts stores perform a free diagnosis for a check engine light. Auto parts stores love to advertise free check engine light diagnostics. This is a catch. These services are more about getting you to buy parts on the spot, even if those parts won't solve the real problem. Here's how it works. They'll connect a diagnostic tool to your car and read the error code. While this code points to a general issue, it doesn't always identify the root cause. For example, a code might indicate a sensor problem, but it won't tell you whether the sensor is faulty, dirty, or simply receiving bad data from another part. The service itself is basic and often incomplete. Auto parts stores won't guarantee their diagnosis, and for liability reasons, they won't tell you exactly what's wrong with your car. Their goal is simple: sell parts. This doesn't mean they're being dishonest, it's just business. The hope is that you'll buy the suggested parts and visit again for future purchases. For a proper diagnosis, consult a professional mechanic. They have the tools and expertise to pinpoint the real issue. Myth number 11, disconnecting the battery cable to test an alternator. Back in the 1970s, disconnecting the battery cable while the engine was running was a common way to test an alternator. If the engine kept running, the alternator was working. But with modern cars, this test is outdated and dangerous. Today's vehicles are loaded with computers and sensitive electronics. Disconnecting the battery while the engine is running can cause a massive voltage spike. This surge, which can reach 25 to 125 volts in milliseconds, can fry your car's computer and other expensive components instantly. Repairs from such damage can cost you thousands of dollars. If your car was made after the 1970s, it likely has a computer system. This makes the old cable disconnect test a terrible idea. Instead, use a $20 voltmeter that can measure the charging voltage in 30 seconds without putting your car at risk. Myth number 12, you don't need to warm up your car in winter. While it's true that fuel-injected engines can run without a long warm-up, giving your car a minute before driving can make a big difference. Cold starts are when the most engine wear happens. When you turn the key, oil is thick and hasn't fully circulated. It takes time for the oil to reach all the engine parts and provide smooth movement. Waiting 30 to 60 seconds lets the oil reach vital engine parts, reducing wear. You don't need to wait 5 to 10 minutes. Just a minute is enough before driving normally. Some argue that warming up a car wastes fuel and harms the environment, but replacing an engine or even the entire car creates a much bigger problems. A well-maintained engine can last over 300,000 miles. Keeping it running longer is far better for the planet than sending it to a scrapyard and building a new one. Myth number 13, premium fuel is better. Premium fuel has one key difference, a higher octane rating. Regular gas has an octane level of 87, while premium starts at 91 or higher. High-performance engines need higher octane fuel to prevent premature detonation or knocking. But if your engine isn't designed for it, premium fuel won't give you extra power or efficiency. And that cleaner engine claim? It's just marketing. All gasoline, whether regular, mid-grade, or premium, contains detergents to prevent carbon buildup. Premium fuel doesn't have special cleaning properties. If your engine needs cleaning, a professional service, not a premium pump, is the solution. Oil companies can't legally claim that premium gas improves performance in engines designed for regular fuel, so they market it as a cleaner option instead. But think about it. If regular gas was dirty, wouldn't every old car on the road have clogged fuel lines? They don't. Myth number 14, if your AC is not cold, add Freon. First of all, Freon is a brand name for older refrigerants like R12, which was banned in 1987. Modern vehicles use different refrigerants like R134A, and adding more refrigerant isn't always the fix. Automotive AC systems are sealed and designed to run with a precise amount of refrigerant measured by weight. Overfilling or underfilling the system reduces performance and can even damage the compressor. The only correct way to recharge an AC system is to remove all refrigerant, vacuum out moisture, and refill it with the exact amount specified for the system. This requires special equipment, not just a can from the store. If your AC is completely empty, there's a leak that must be found and repaired first. Simply adding refrigerant won't fix the problem. Also, refrigerant alone doesn't make cold air. It moves heat. If other components like the compressor or expansion valve fail, adding refrigerant won't help. Myth number 15, dealerships are better and more honest than independent shops. Dealerships have a reputation for being the best place for car repairs, but is that really true? Many car owners think independent shops aren't as skilled, don't have the right parts, or can't handle modern vehicles. It's a perceived mindset. Independent shops can access the same high-quality parts as dealerships. They can source original equipment manufacturer parts or high-quality aftermarket options, often at a lower price. Just because a dealership sells your car brand doesn't mean they're the only ones who can fix it. What about technology? Not only dealerships can handle modern computer-controlled vehicles, your neighborhood mechanic can. Reputable independent mechanics stay up to date with the latest tools, VIN scanners, and digital diagnostic software. They receive the same technical training and know how to work on the latest car models. And let's talk about cost. Dealerships almost always charge more for labor and parts. Many independent shops offer the same quality service for less, in fact, with better customer service. Myth number 16, fuel additives improve mileage and engine performance. Fuel additives promise a lot, better mileage, cleaner engines, and more power. But here's the truth, most of it is marketing hype. If additives truly worked wonders, fuel companies would already include them in their gasoline. After all, it would give them a massive competitive edge. But they don't, because the benefits are minimal at best. Some additives claim to clean your fuel system, tank, lines, pump, and injectors. While they may help in some cases, the effects are usually temporary. Plus, the cost of buying these products often outweighs any minor fuel savings. Then, there are additives that claim to clean cylinders, pistons, and exhaust valves. These claims are even harder to prove. Real-world tests rarely show significant improvements. In most cases, you're paying for results you'll never notice. Talking of octane boosters, these are some of the biggest offenders. They promise extra power, but rarely make a real difference. The performance gains are always exaggerated. Myth number 17, manual transmissions save more gas. It used to be true, manual cars were more fuel efficient. They were simpler, gave drivers more control, and avoided the energy loss of early automatic transmissions, but that's not the case anymore. Modern automatics have caught up and, in many cases, surpassed manuals and fuel efficiency. Newer automatics come with advanced technology like continuously variable transmissions, CVTs, dual clutch systems, and optimized gear ratios. These systems shift gears more efficiently than a human ever could, making every drop of fuel count. Today, many modern automatics outperform manuals at the pump. They adjust in real time for better mileage, while a manual driver relies on experience and instinct to shift at the right time. Technology has evolved. Myth number 18, maintaining your own car is complicated or dangerous. Car manufacturers and repair shops want you to think working on your car is complicated, that you need expensive tools, advanced computers, and expert skills. But that's just not true. Most car maintenance is simple. Rubber and plastic wear out, fluids leak. These are the real issues, not some hidden computer failure. Modern cars have computers, but they rarely break. Most repairs are basic. Changing fluids, replacing worn-out parts, tightening connections. It's not as hard as they make it seem. If you can fix a bike, swap a phone battery, or change a fridge filter, you've already got the skills to handle simple car fixes. Oil changes, air filters, spark plugs, checking fluids, easy stuff. And if you're unsure, there are tons of guides and videos to walk you through it. Diagnosing issues is also easier than ever. A cheap OBD2 scanner plugs into your car and tells you what's wrong.
But wait a minute. You didn't smash the bell and press the like button. Blast.
Thank you for your attention and have a nice day.